Hello students, how are you? I am Sarvadanand Tiwari and I am going to discuss about biological classification for 11th standard. In this topic, in this chapter, we will discuss about animal diversity and classification of animals. So, animal diversity, it is also known as biodiversity. Bio means life and diversity means variation. So all the organisms, they are different to each other in the various aspects. So that we are going to discuss how the organisms are classified in the earlier time and then right now how they are classified. So in the classification of animals, in the earlier time, living organisms were classified into two categories, only two categories. So that's why that category were known as two kingdom classification. And two kingdom classification was given by Carolus Linnaeus. You know that Carolus Linnaeus, also known as father of binomial nomenclature. In the two kingdom classification, the scientist has divided the living organism into two parts. First part was plantae and second was animalia. All the plants were included into plantae and all animals were included into kingdom Animalia. So there was various drawback of two kingdom of classification. First drawback was this classification system did not distinguish between prokaryote and eukaryote. Prokaryote means the organisms in which primitive nucleus is present, they are known as prokaryote. Primitive nucleus means that their genetic material is not surrounded by nuclear membrane. That's why they are known as prokaryotes. And in eukaryotes, the organism in which their genetic material is wrapped through nuclear membrane, they are known as eukaryote. Second, this system did not classify unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular means one cell organism, multicellular means more than one cell. Complex body design organism did not classify through two kingdom of classification. So there was various drawback of two kingdom classification. Next drawback is this system did not classify photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic organism. Photosynthetic organisms which are able to prepare their own food, and some organisms they non-photosynthetic like microorganism, purple non-green sulfur bacteria and fungus. So they come in the non-photosynthetic organism. And next drawback was large number of organisms did not fall into either category, nor plantae and nor animalia. So this was the overall drawback of two kingdom of classification. Then the various scientists like R.H. Whittaker in 1969 and his colleagues, R.H. Whittaker and his colleagues in 1969, they classified the entire organism into 5 kingdoms. How many kingdoms? 5 kingdoms. And the first one was kingdom Monera, second was Protista, third was fungi, and fourth is the plantae, and fifth one was Animalia. Why they have classified the organism into 5 kingdoms? The characteristics through which they have classified the organism into 5 kingdoms. First characteristic is the cell structure. On the basis of cell structure, cell is prokaryote or eukaryote. So all the prokaryotes they included into the kingdom Monera. Then unicellular, eukaryote, they are placed into Protista, and fungus they are fungi non-photosynthetic, they heterotroph saprophytes, they are placed into the kingdom fungi, and all autotroph photosynthetic plants they are included into the kingdom Plantae, and all multicellular complex body design organisms are placed in Animalia. So the characteristics are cell structure. Second is the nature of wall. Cell wall, if the cell wall is present or not. Next is the mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition, there is two type of mode of nutrition. First one is the autotrophic mode of nutrition, and second is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. And third is on the basis of habitat. Habitat means living place, where they are living. Either aquatic, terrestrial, or aerial, arboreal. Next is the body organization. Body organization means they are cellular, tissue level, or complex body design. Next is the method of reproduction. How the organisms are reproducing, and last one is on the basis of evolutionary relationship. Evolutionary relationship means it is also known as phylogenetic relationship. So it gives clear idea to know the 2-3 generation of the organism. So on the basis of evolutionary relationship, so they have classified entire organism into 5 kingdoms. These are the kingdom: Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. So now through the one chart I am going to discuss all the criteria of 5 kingdom of classification. Okay, now students, overall classification of the 5 kingdoms. So Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia, all the kingdoms are there. The characteristics. So the first characteristic is the cell structure. So cell structure means cell is unicellular or multicellular. So all the Monera, all the organisms which are present in the kingdom Monera, they are unicellular. Protista, they are also unicellular. Fungi, multicellular. Plantae, they are also some multicellular. And Animalia, they are also multicellular. Cell type, all the Monera, they are prokaryote. Prokaryote means they have primitive nucleus. Protista, they are eukaryote. Fungi, they are also eukaryote. Plantae, they are also eukaryote. Animalia, they are also eukaryote. Nature of wall. Nature of wall. So the wall of the organism is placed into the kingdom Monera. So it is non-cellulogic. Non-cellulogic, and non-cellulogic means it is composed of polysaccharide plus amino acid. Polysaccharide plus amino acid. Protista, wall, some are having wall. Present in some, not all. Present in some. Fungi, present and it is made up of chitin. And plantae cell wall present and it is composed of cellulose. Kingdom Animalia, cell wall absent. Next is the mode of nutrition. All the monada, the mode of nutrition, some are autotroph and some are heterotrophs. Autotrophs are those organisms which prepare their own food. They are known as autotrophs. Autotrophs are also two types: photoautotroph and chemoautotroph. Photoautotrophs are those organisms which are having chlorophyll and they require sunlight for the preparation of their food. They are known as photoautotroph. And chemoautotroph, the organism which require a special type of chemical for the preparation of their food, they are known as chemoautotroph. Chemoautotroph are nitrifying bacteria, they are known as chemoautotroph. Some monadans, they are heterotrophs. Heterotroph means they depend on the host body for nourishment. Protista, they are also both type of nutrition. Autotroph, some are autotrophs and some are heterotrophs. Fungi are heterotroph. Heterotroph means they depend on other organisms for their food. And plantae, they are autotroph. Autotroph due to the presence of chlorophyll in the chloroplast, they are known as autotroph. Autotroph, they prepare their own food. And all the animals, they are heterotroph. Heterotroph means they depend on other organisms. Holozoic mode of nutrition. Holozoic means holo means whole means all, and zo means animal. So all the animals, their mode of nutrition is holozoic. Body organization. Monada, they are having the cellular level of body organization. Protista, they are also having cellular level. And fungi, tissue level. And plantae, tissue or organ system level. And animals having complex body design. Complex body means organ system level, and various organ system work together and form body. So now last criteria is the nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane in the prokaryote, then nuclear membrane will be absent, and in all other present. So students, now again come to the criteria, how the organisms are classified into the 5 kingdom. First characteristic is the cell structure. How the cell is composed of unicellular, monada are unicellular, protista also unicellular, fungi multicellular, and plantae also multicellular, and animalia also multicellular. Cell type, they are prokaryotes, and all these kingdoms are eukaryote. Nature of wall, so monada, the cell wall is composed of non-cellulosic parts. Substance is known as polysaccharide and amino acids. In protista, cell wall is present in some like lignin and other. And in fungi, it is present, but it is composed of chitin. And in plantae, the cell wall is present and it is composed of cellulose. Animalia having absent, cell wall is absent in the animalia. Next, mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition means means how the organism they get their food. So Monera having two type of mode of nutrition, autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. Autotroph also two type, photoautotroph and chemoautotroph. Photoautotroph are those organisms which require sunlight for the preparation of their food. They are known as photoautotroph, and photoautotroph also perform photosynthesis. And chemoautotroph, they require chemical for preparation of their food, like nitrifying bacteria. And heterotroph are organisms which depend on the other host body, like parasites, saprophytes. So they are heterotroph. Holozoic organisms, they are also heterotroph. Protista, some are autotrophs, most are heterotrophs. Fungi, heterotrophs, and plantae due to the presence of chlorophyll, so they are autotroph, photoautotroph. All the green plants are photoautotroph. And Animalia, they are heterotroph. Heterotroph means holozoic, some are parasitic, some are saprophytic. So next is the body organization. How their body is composed of? So Monera, their body is composed of cellular level, Protista also cellular level because they are unicellular, fungi tissue level, they tissue and organ system level, and their complex body design, organ system level and the body. Presence of nuclear membrane. So in the Monera, nuclear membrane is absent, that's why they are known as prokaryote. In Protista it is present, that's why they are known as eukaryote. In fungi it is also present, and in plantae it is also present, and in Animalia it is also present. So now students, now classification of the 5 kingdom is completed. If you have any question, any query related to this topic, you can give your query in the class WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you.